Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to discuss Science 1 question bank solution of complete the following and explain with balanced equations. If you are watching my channel for first time, don't forget to subscribe my channel. Let us start with the first question. Question number 1b5, complete the incomplete sentence. Only 5 questions are there. So I have included this also in this video. First question is, according to Newland's octave rule, chlorine shows similarity with fluorine because chlorine is dash. We know that Newland arranged elements in the increasing order of atomic mass, and he found that every 8th element shows similarity to first one. So from fluorine, if you will count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Chlorine is the 8th element from fluorine. So chlorine shows properties similar to that of fluorine. 8th element from fluorine. Next question is, according to Mendel's periodic law, properties of elements are dash. We know that properties of elements are the periodic functions of atomic masses. Next is, the number of electrons in the outermost shell of an atom determines the valency of an element. Next is, electropositivity means, we know that when an atom loses electron, it will become positively charged. So electropositivity means tendency to lose valence electrons. Next is, according to Frobenius triad rule, 3 elements in an increasing order of atomic mass shows similar chemical properties. And we know that the atomic mass of middle element was approximately equal to mass of other 2 elements. So these are the 5 questions. Next is, explain the following reaction with balanced equations. First question is, sodium burns in air. We know that sodium is a metal. Metals react with oxygen and form metal oxide will be formed. Sodium is Na. Sodium plus oxygen burns in air means combining with the oxygen. Sodium combined with oxygen and form metal oxide will be formed. That is sodium oxide. Na2O. Okay. Now we have to balance both the sides. Here on left side, 2 oxygen is there, but on the product side, only 1 oxygen is there. So here I am going to multiply with the 2. Now oxygen became 2. Both the side oxygen is balanced. Sodium becomes 4. Sodium is 4. So here I am going to multiply with the 4. Now it is balanced. So the balanced equation is 4Na plus O2 gives 2Na2O. Let us solve the next question. A reaction of aluminium with oxygen. We know that aluminium is also a metal. Metals react with oxygen and forms metal oxide. So aluminium react with oxygen and forms aluminium oxide. Aluminium oxide is Al2O3. Okay. Now we have to balance. On left side 2 oxygen atom, right side 3. So here I am going to multiply with 2. Now oxygen becomes 6. So here we have to multiply with 3. 3 2s are 6 oxygen. Both the side oxygen is balanced. Now let us check aluminium. Aluminium is 2 2s are 4 aluminium. So here we have to multiply with the 4. So the balanced equation is 4Al plus 3O2 gives 2Al2O3. Next is magnesium react with dilute hydrochloric acid. We know magnesium is a metal. Metals react with acid and forms metal. Hydrogen gas will be released. Okay. So dilute HCl. So we can write here aqueous gives. So here hydrogen gas will be released. Okay, then magnesium will combine with this chlorine and forms magnesium chloride. So we can write MgCl2. Magnesium chloride is MgCl2. Now we have to balance the equation. Here product side 2 chlorine and 2 hydrogen is there, but here only 1 chlorine and 1 hydrogen. So here we have to multiply with the 2. Now hydrogen and chlorine is balanced. So this is the balanced equation. Okay. So hydrogen gas is released. Aparo shows gas is released. So we can put here an aparo. Is that clear? Now next question is aluminium react with the dilute hydrochloric acid. Aluminium is also a metal. So metals react with aluminium, react with the acid, hydrochloric acid, dilute hydrochloric acid and forms, I told you, metals react with the acid, then hydrogen gas will be released. So first I wrote a hydrogen. Now aluminium and chlorine combines to form aluminium chloride. Aluminium chloride formula is AlCl3. Okay, but here chlorine 1, hydrogen also 1, here hydrogen 2 is there. And chlorine here we got 3. Okay, if I will add here, multiply here 2, chlorine will become 2 only, hydrogen becomes 2, chlorine, but we need 3. Okay, so here I am going to multiply with 6. Okay, that means right side also 6 hydrogen and 6 chlorine should come. Here already 3 chlorine is there. To make it 6, here we have to multiply with 2. So 2 3s are 6 chlorine. Hydrogen, 6 hydrogen atoms should be there on product side. So here we have to multiply with 3. Now let us balance aluminium. Aluminium product side 2. So here also 2 should be there. So I am multiplying with 2. 2Al plus 6 HCl gives 2AlCl3 plus 3H2. I hope you all understood this. Let us solve the next question. A reaction of zinc with dilute hydrochloric acid. Zinc is also a metal. Zn plus HCl, dilute hydrochloric acid, gives hydrogen gas will be released. Okay, metals react with acid and the hydrogen gas will be released. Now zinc react with the chlorine and forms zinc chloride. Okay, zinc chloride is formed. ZnCl2 is zinc chloride. So here 2 chlorine, 2 hydrogen. So here also 2 should be there. So I'm multiplying with the 2. We got Zn plus 2 HCl gives ZnCl2 plus H2. Hydrogen gas will be released. Next question is sulfur burns in air. Sulfur is a non-metal, react with the oxygen and forms sulfur dioxide, forms SO2. Sulfur dioxide will be formed. Next question is chlorine dissolved in water. Chlorine is Cl2 plus water H2. Chlorine is a gas. Okay, water is in liquid state, gives hypochloric acid will be formed HOCl plus HCl. This is a reaction of chlorine with the water. Chlorine when dissolved in water, hypochloric acid HOCl, hypochloric acid plus HCl will be formed. Next question is sodium aluminate react with water. We know in the process of concentration of bauxite. There we are learning about sodium aluminate. Sodium aluminate formula we learned in the electrolysis or extraction of aluminum. Sodium aluminate is NaAlO2. Sodium aluminate react with the water. That means water formula you all know H2O gives sodium aluminate. When we are adding water, we will get aluminum hydroxide will be formed. AlOH thrice. This is aluminum hydroxide plus sodium hydroxide is the another product. Okay. Now we have to balance the equation. Oxygen here 3 plus 1 4 oxygen is there. But here 2 plus 1 3 only is there. Okay. Now what about hydrogen? Hydrogen here 3 plus 1 4 is there. Okay. So here I am going to be 1 hydrogen also 4 oxygen also 4. So here I am going to multiply with the 2. Now let us check the equation. Hydrogen 2 into 2 4 hydrogen. Here also 3 plus 1 4 hydrogen is there. Oxygen is 3 plus 1 4 here also. Here 2 and here 2. 2 plus 2 4 oxygen. Aluminium 1. Sodium also 1. So the equation is balanced. Next question is ferrous dissolved in aqueous solution of copper sulfate. Ferrous dissolved in aqueous solution of copper sulfate is ferrous is Fe plus copper sulfate CuSO4 gives, we know that Fe is more reactive than copper, so copper will be displaced by Fe. So we can write FeSO4 plus Cu. This is the equation is balanced. Okay, let us solve the next question. Ferric oxide react with the aluminium. Ferric oxide is Fe2O3. Ferric oxide reacts with aluminium. Ferric oxide react with aluminium and we will get aluminium oxide Al2O3 plus Fe. Okay, here 2 Fe is there. So here also 2 should be there. Aluminium is 2 here. So here also 2. So the equation is Fe2O3 plus 2Al gives Al2O3 plus 2Fe. Next question. Electrolysis of alumina is done. We know that during the electrolytic reduction of alumina, aluminium will get deposited at the cathode and oxygen will be released at the anode. So two reactions are there, cathode reaction and anode reaction. Okay, so let us first write anode reaction. Anode reaction is (2O2 minus), that is oxygen, lost 2 electrons. Loss of electron is called oxidation. So at anode, oxidation is taking place, plus 4 electron. Okay, this is oxidation reaction. Loss of electron is called the oxidation. Next is cathode reaction. Cathode, we know aluminum will get deposited at the cathode. So Al3 plus 3 electron. Here electron is gained. Gain of electron is known as reduction. Gives Al. So at cathode, reduction is taking place. Okay. So this is the balanced equation for electrolysis of aluminum. Next question is, dry aluminum hydroxide is ignited in at 1000 degree Celsius. Aluminum hydroxide, when ignited at 1000 degrees Celsius, we will get aluminum. Aluminum hydroxide formula is AlOH thrice gives aluminum hydroxide on igniting or heating, we will get alumina is formed. The formula for alumina is Al2O3 plus 3H2O. 3 molecules of water is also released. This is alumina. Al2O3 is alumina. Now we have to balance the equation. Oxygen 3, hydrogen also. Hydrogen here 3. Here 3 2s are 6. Okay. Aluminium also 2 is there. So here we have to multiply with 2. Now aluminium is 2 on both the sides. Oxygen 3 2s are 6. Here 3 and here also 3. 6. Hydrogen also became 3 2s are 6. So the equation is balanced. Next question is, zinc sulfide is heated strongly in excess of air. Zinc sulfide formula is ZnS plus heated strongly in excess of air is 3O2 gives zinc oxide will be formed. Sulfide ores are converted to their oxide by heating in excess of air. That process is called the roasting. So here ZnS plus 3O2 gives ZnO plus SO2. Sulfur dioxide is a gas. So ZnO plus oxygen here 3 2s are 6, here 2 2s are 4. So 2 more oxygen. Here if you multiply by 2, here zinc will become 2. Okay, here also we have to multiply with 2. Now zinc 2 atoms, 2 on both the sides. Sulfur also here 2, right side also 2. Oxygen is 6. So equation is balanced. Next question is, zinc carbonate is heated strongly in limited supply of air. Carbonate ores are converted to their oxides by heating in limited supply. That process is called the calcination. So here we can write ZnCO3, zinc carbonate. Okay, on heating in limited air, we will get this converted to their corresponding oxide. Plus, here carbon dioxide gas will be evolved, and in sulfide ore we got sulfur dioxide, and here carbonate ores we got the gas as carbon dioxide. ZnCO3 gives ZnO plus CO2. Equation is oxygen 3, here also oxygen 3, carbon and zinc 1 1. Okay, equation is balanced. Next is, zinc oxide is treated with carbon. Zinc oxide is treated with carbon. We know carbon is a reducing agent. Zinc oxide plus carbon. So carbon will act as a reducing agent and it will reduce the zinc oxide to zinc. So we will get Zn, and this carbon will combine with oxygen and forms carbon monoxide. It is a gas. So these are the balanced chemical equations. 15 questions were there. We have solved all the 15. I hope you all understood. Next is explain concept with the example or explain with the help of balanced equation. Only few questions are there. That also we will discuss now. Ionic bond and ionic compounds. Define ionic bond. We know that compound formed from two units, that is from a cation and anion, are known as ionic compounds. Okay, and we know that for example we have to explain with one example. For example, sodium chloride. In the case of sodium and chlorine, sodium atomic number is 281. Atomic number 11. So electronic configuration is 281. Chlorine atomic number is 17. So its electronic configuration is 287. Okay. Sodium consists of 3 shells are there. K shell, Kl and M shell. M shell contain only 1 electron. Okay. So if it lose 1 electron from this L shell, M shell, then the L shell will contain 8 electrons. So it can satisfy its valence. Okay, octet. If it lose 1 electron, when it lost 1 electron, it will become positively charged. Why? Because we know that atomic number 11 means it consists of 11 electrons and 11 protons are there. When it lose 1 electron, minus 1 electron, it will become 10 electron, but proton number will be 11. So 1 positive charge is more. So sodium will become positively charged ion. Positively charged ions are called cation. Okay. Now in the case of chlorine, atomic number is 17 and electronic configuration is 287. If it gets 1 more electron, it will become 8 in the outermost shell and it can satisfy octet. So this chlorine will receive 1 electron from the electron lost by sodium and forms sodium. Chlorine now will get 1 electron more. That means it can now get 1 electron more. So it becomes 18 electron. But the proton number is 17 only. So 1 negative charge is more. So chlorine will get a negative charge. Negatively charged ions are known as anions. Okay, so a bond is established between or formed between sodium and chloride. This bond is called ionic bond. This ionic bond is formed by give and take of electrons or transfer of electrons. So there is a force of attraction between this positively and negatively charged ions. This force of attraction is called ionic bond. Is that clear? Let us go for the next question. Gang. We know that ore contains many type of impurities. Example, soil, sand, rock, rocky substance. These are the impurities present in the ore along with the metal compound. These impurities are called gang. Next question is ore. The mineral from which metal can be separated economically. They are known as ore. We know that the ore of aluminum is bauxite. Next is roasting and calcination. Roasting means sulfide ores are converted to their oxide by heating strongly or by heating in excess of air. That is called roasting. Next is calcination. So the equation is 2ZnS plus 3O2 gives 2ZnO plus 2SO2. This we have already seen in balancing equation. Next is calcination. We know that carbonate ores are converted to their oxide by heating in limited supply of air. This is called the calcination. That is, the equation is ZnCO3 gives on heating in limited supply, we will get ZnO plus CO2. That is zinc oxide and carbon dioxide. The next question is corrosion. Corrosion means the slow process of decay or destruction of metals due to oxidation of the metal as a result of the components of atmosphere, consequently resulting in their damage. That means we know that when metals come in contact with air, it reacts with the oxygen in the air and their oxides will be formed. That means it will undergo corrosion. Or when it comes in contact with the water vapor, moisture, chemicals, acids, that result in the destruction or damage of metals. This process is called the corrosion. Example, iron rust and a reddish colored layer is collected on it. This is the corrosion of iron. Iron article when exposed to air, we know that reddish brown color will get deposited on it. That is called what? Rusting of iron. It is an example for corrosion of iron. Last question is minerals. The compound of metals that occur in nature along with the impurities is called minerals. This is question number 6. The compound of metal along with the impurities. So metals plus impurities, we will get minerals. Example, rocks are composed of mixture of minerals. A number of minerals are present in rocks. The next example is granite is also a mineral. So these are the questions for explain concept with the example. I hope you all understood this section. If you like the video, don't forget to share with your friends and classmates.